Hello and welcome to Stocks Advisor channel. Here at our channel, we are looking for interesting buy opportunities for US-based stocks. Today we will talk about Inovio Pharmaceuticals traded at Nasdaq, ticker name INO. Well, INO is actually performing a great waving and great volatility showing last several months. Actually, if you look where it started at the COVID deepest day, it was showing significant recovery. Well, it's not really recovery, but also a growth um, which was really steady and stable classical growth. And then the trend was broken at a certain moment in August. Actually, it was going down and now again pulled up very severely. So the question is where it's going further, what can we expect, and where would be interesting buying and selling opportunities for INO. Well, to do this, let's have analysis done. First, let's start from the actually mid of March, where we saw this the COVID depth, and we did see that Inovio started enormous waving behavior using the trend 1 line and actually as a new trend, and also moving average 20 as its support. So here, by the way, we have free moving averages. I always keep saying this because it's important to understand the overall situation, stock behavior from a technical point of view. So free averages are 20, 50, and 200 being green, blue and red lines correspondingly. So what we see here that starting from mid of March, the stock price was really going up, following the formed trend 1 line and being with nice waves that also used moving average 20 as support. So the trend was reconfirmed in June, 8th of June. Then another huge wave went up, really dragging the price almost 3 times, sending the stock extremely over both situation and forming a near evening star formation at about middle 20th of June. And then what we saw is actually another, let's say, correction of the wave. And then again, it used moving average 20 as support line, and until the moving average started to flatten, and this was taking place in the middle of July. And then we saw actually beginning of downtrend. First, it went as a wave down and used moving average 50 as a support, but it was already clear that further downward action would take place because overall the moving average was going down, and RSI-wise, the stock was really needing a strong reestablishment here, which took almost 2 months for it. And then indeed we saw after piercing the moving average 50, somewhere at the beginning of August, we stuck with the stock at the first volatility point, which is at these levels, and it was formed by actually confirmation of previous 2 peaks in 20th of April and actually in the middle of May, and also it took up in 22nd of June as an additional wave here. So therefore we saw this in 10th of August as a volatility point. Also it was kind of reconfirmed as a volatility and new resist point a few days later in August. And then we saw indeed new trend, the trend 2, downtrend formed, and we went all the way down until the moving average 200. Here it was slightly pierced at the beginning of September. And then what happened is that moving averages 20 and 50 actually also moved down, and now the stock went to extremely strong support levels. These are those levels, and actually trying those levels and staying there, almost going to nearly the COVID date situation. The stock price started to go up, and it went up significantly high, because we don't need to forget that the overall downwards movement from the most top of end of June and this price before the beginning of new upwards wave was almost 3 times. So now we are from 10 areas in 18 area, and now the question is what will be the next, because it really wants to go high, although it's already facing an RSI wise again overbought situations, so not yet there, but still it was really significant rise. So we're trying to face this area. Also, if you look at MACD wise, it was a classical formation of positive wave, and then just when we crossed the zero area at about 8th of September, it formed a very positive upwards pressure. So now the wave in the boost mode, and the candle formed today is a very clear candle without top shadow, which is kind of positive, but it touched the moving average 50 here in the vicinity. So what we can expect? By inertia, still we can expect a very significant movement here until the levels actually of about 26. But to be more precise, it will be mostly like working as a resist line here, or just like a tractor which will be touched, but further it go down. So what might happen tomorrow? It might start a bit lower, but with some significant action, enormous action up, and then finish the day as either as a shooting star, so the candle looking something like that, or actually it might form a dark candle which will start at the top but will finish like that. So these are most probable scenarios, not given, but if you speak of chart analysis probability, that would be expectations here. And this would mean that if this takes place, this would mean that it will be a really strong correction call, because also week is going to end soon. We're in the second half of the trading week, and most probably many traders won't keep it for weekend, because you never know, especially for these enormous volatility stocks, what news might come. They might either shoot it up or bring it down. So in general, we are in a volatility area. Therefore, if you're already in position, it's wise to wait till tomorrow's the highs and sell. Otherwise, yeah, wait for next entry points. And the best entry point here, although it's not really like long-term entry point, but let's say volatility entry point will be somewhere in these levels. So in the area of 20 plus. And starting on that, we might see some, let's say, recharge. But to be more precise, in order to understand where would be the most interesting entry point, it's everything below or in the vicinity of this dark line, but also you need to look at the moving averages. So until moving average 20 is actually going upwards, let's say now it's like this. So until it going upwards with acceleration and it's not flattening, you can still play on volatility. Well, once it starts flattening and really going down, similarly moving average 50, which is now also trying to go with acceleration upwards. So once they flatten out, this would be a very strong call for another corrections, and then it might be either entering in the vicinity of the line, let's call it S1, this green line, or this dark line S2. So most probably and most advised is enter on these positions. It's in the vicinity S2 line actually, and if it goes further in the vicinity S1 line. But indeed, it will be very volatile, most probably next week. And yeah, we advise to take it a little bit lower as entry points, because it's better to be safe and yeah, miss but not lose, rather than to play casino style. But overall, this stock is very surprising, very volatile, and again, this is a technical point of the analysis, but if there is any positive catalyst as a news, all technical analysis, of course, as always, will cancel for pharmaceuticals, and it will be purely news driven. So keep this also in mind. In that sense, risky, but risk also comes with a profit. So that's it for Inovio Pharmaceuticals. Now you know what's happening here, what you can expect. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. This way you will not miss our new videos discussing new interesting opportunities for US-based stocks.